Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Explain Maths. Now in this video I am going to solve exercise 3.1 and exercise 3.2 of the chapter coordinate geometry, and then I will be solving some of the questions from NCERT exemplar also. So before I start with solving the exercise question, let's summarize the important points which I have explained in my previous video. So first of all, to locate the position of an object or a point in a plane, we require two perpendicular lines. So here you can see that there is a point and this is your plane. So to locate its position, I need two perpendicular lines. One of them is horizontal and other will be vertical. So these are my two perpendicular lines. Okay. The plane is called, this plane is known as Cartesian plane or coordinate plane, and these lines are called as coordinate axis. Okay. This horizontal line is called x-axis and vertical is y-axis. These coordinate axis divides this plane in four parts. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Okay. Now quadrant means 1/4. So they are divided in four equal parts. So each part is 1/4. The point of intersection of the axis is called the origin. Now this is the point of intersection and this is known as origin, and the coordinate of origin is 0, 0 because x and y both the coordinates is 0 over here. Next, the perpendicular distance of a point from the y-axis is called its x-coordinate. So I have taken a point T here. Now I have to drop a perpendicular from this point to the y-axis. So it will be something like this, isn't it? And this value will give you the x-coordinate. Same way, perpendicular distance of the point from x-axis. Now this is your x-axis. So if you drop a perpendicular, this will give you the y-coordinate. Now you can clearly see it is like a rectangle, isn't it? So x-coordinate is this distance. So this distance will be equal to this. As in a rectangle, we know opposite sides are equal. Now this is distance is 3 unit. So the x-coordinate will be 3. Now y-coordinate is this distance. Now this is equal to this. So this will be 4 unit. So from here I can write the coordinate of this point will be 3, 4, where 3 is your x coordinate and 4 is your y coordinate. Again I am telling the perpendicular distance of a point from the y axis gives the x coordinate. So this is your y axis and this is the perpendicular distance. This distance will give you the x coordinate. See, it's ulta. The perpendicular distance from y axis gives x coordinate. Many times children get confused in this. And this x coordinate is also known as abscissa. And the perpendicular distance of the point from the x-axis. This is the x-axis, this is the perpendicular distance. This will give the y-coordinate. Okay, so from here we can see the y-coordinate is 4 unit and y-coordinate is also known as ordinate. Okay, so if question will be what is the ordinate of point T, we have to say it is 4. If the abscissa of a point is x and the ordinate is y, then x, y are called the coordinates of the point. So when you have to write the coordinate of the point, first we have to write the x coordinate and then we have to write the y coordinate. So this is the ordered pair, x, y. The coordinate of a point on the x-axis are of the form x, 0. So if you take any point over here, suppose I have taken one point over here and this point is S. So the coordinate of point S will be 4, 0. Why? Because x coordinate is what? Perpendicular distance from the y-axis. Now this is your y-axis, this is the point. So perpendicular distance is 4 unit. So x coordinate is 4. But what is the perpendicular distance of this point from x-axis? As it is on the x-axis, so the perpendicular distance is 0. So that's why it is 4, 0. Same way, if you take any point on y-axis, suppose I have taken one point over here. Okay, I have taken a point over here which is T and I have to write the coordinate of it. So first of all, we have to write the x coordinate, isn't it? So x coordinate is the perpendicular distance from the y-axis. But this point itself lie on the y-axis. So perpendicular distance will be 0. And the perpendicular distance from x-axis is this. This is your -3. So it will be -3. Now next is, hope it will be clear because many times children get confused. So just go through these points again and again for better clarification. Now the next point is the coordinate of a point are of the form plus plus in the first quadrant. Why plus plus? Because you can see this first quadrant is comprised of x, so y, and you can see here x axis is also positive, y axis is also positive. So it is plus plus. Now second quadrant, x axis is negative, y axis is positive. So minus plus. Third quadrant, x axis is also negative, y axis is also negative. So it is minus minus. And in the fourth quadrant, x axis is positive, y axis is negative. So plus and minus. Okay. So this was all the summary of this chapter which I have covered in my previous video. Now I'm going to start with the exercise question. Exercise 3.1, question number 1. How will you describe the position of a table lamp on your study table to another person? So here I have taken a study table and this is the position of my table lamp. Now I have to explain this position to another person, that where it is kept. So I have considered this lamp as a point and my plane is this table. Now I have to choose any two perpendicular edges. So one edge I have taken as this, okay, this horizontal, this one, and one edge is my this one vertical. Okay. Now you have to measure the distance of the lamp from the longer edge. So if I see from here, suppose when I measured it came as, this is the longer edge. When I measured it came as 25 centimeter. Then again I have to measure the distance of the lamp from the shorter edge. From shorter edge when I measured it is 30 centimeter. So now I can tell the location of this lamp as 30, 25 or 25, 30. Now it can be, now you have to fix the order. First you want to write for the shorter edge, then longer edge, or first you want to write the distance from the longer edge and then shorter edge. So first you have to fix that position and then you can tell the location of the lamp is this. Now moving to second question. A city has two main roads which cross each other at the center of the city. So here I have taken my two roads. The two roads is along the north-south direction and east-west. So first is north-south, second is east-west, and you can see both are crossing each other. All the other streets of the city run parallel to these roads and are 200 meters apart. There are 5 streets in each direction. Okay, so first 5 streets I have taken in the east-west direction, and what it is given, they are 200 meters apart. Okay, all are at the same distance, which is 200 meters apart. This is 200, this is also 200, 200, like that. Okay. Now this one is 5 street I have taken east west direction. Now they are telling the 5 street in north south direction also, because it is given here 5 streets in each direction and represent the road or street by single line. That's what I have representing. Now there are many cross streets in your model. You can see many places the roads are, streets are crossing each other, isn't it? A particular cross street is made by two streets, one running in the north-south and one in the east-west direction. Okay, so if you take this point, so one is in east-west direction, one is north-south direction, isn't it? Now each cross street is referred in the following manner. Now one example is given how you have to give the location of the cross street. If the second street running in the north-south direction. So this is my first street, this is the second street. And fifth in the east-west direction. So first you have to mark this is the second street in the north-south direction. Then you have to take the fifth street in the east-west direction. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So it will be intersecting over here, isn't it? It is crossing over here, this point. So then we have to give the location of this point as 2, 5. Now 2 will be the north-south direction. Okay, this is north-south and this is your east-west direction. Now in this way you have to follow this convention and then you have to locate how many cross street can be referred to as 4, 3. So first you locate where is 4, 3. So 4, 3, first is 4. So fourth street in the north-south. So 1, 2, 3, 4. this is my 4th street. Okay, let's mark it. This is my 4th street, and then 3rd street in the east-west direction. So 1, 2, 3. So you can see they are crossing over here. So this point is your 4, 3. Now how many cross street is crossing over here? So it is unique, right? In a coordinate, every point is having a unique location. So from here only one cross street is there, isn't it? So here it is 1. Now same way, second question is how many cross street can be referred to as 3, 4? Now 3 is again your north-south, 3rd street. 1, 2, 3. So this is your 3rd street, and then 4th street you have to take in east-west direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is your intersection point. Okay. So this is your 3, 4. So you can see from here also only one, there is only one cross street over here. So this is also 1. Okay. So from here you can tell that this is the normal cross street condition. But in a coordinate plane, if you see, every point is having a unique location. Isn't it? That's why here also you got only 1 as the answer, because this location is unique. Now next I am going to solve the exemplar problem. I will pick few important questions from exemplar, and then I am going to solve those type of questions. Okay. Now I am going to solve few exemplar problems. So the question number 1 is the points other than origin for which abscissa is equal to ordinate will lie in. Now first try to understand the meaning of this. Abscissa is equal to ordinate. Abscissa means x coordinate. Ordinate means y coordinate. So when you can see x and y coordinate both it's same. So first of all, those points will lie in the location where in the quadrant both x and y will have the same sign, either both positive or both negative, isn't it? So if you see this coordinate plane where you can see both will have the same sign. So it will have in the first quadrant both plus, or in the third quadrant both minus, isn't it? So suppose here only there is a chance that abscissa and ordinate will be same. Like if you choose 3, so 3 comma 3, x axis is positive, y positive. Or if you can choose over here minus 2 comma minus 2, x axis is also negative, y axis is also negative. So it is possible only in first and third quadrant. If you take anything in this quadrant, it won't be same. Okay. If you choose 4, so you can see x axis is negative. So you can't choose x coordinate as 4. It will be minus 4 and then y will become 4. See, only the numerical value will be same, but sign will not be same, isn't it? So this is not possible in any other coordinate except quadrant, except first and third quadrant. Now point minus 10 comma 0 lies on. Now there are 4 options given. Now first of all, if you see here y coordinate is 0. It means this point will lie in the x-axis, isn't it? Now x-axis is this side also, this side also. Now where it will lie? So here you can see the x coordinate is negative, minus 10. So minus 10 will be this side, isn't it? So from here we can say this point will lie on the negative direction of the x-axis. So first of all, how I identified it is x-axis? Because the y coordinate is 0. When y coordinate is 0, it means the point will lie on the x-axis. In the summary also I've explained all those things, isn't it? Now moving to next question. Now question number 3. If the coordinate of the 2 points are p minus 2 comma 3 and q minus 3 comma 5, then abscissa of p minus abscissa of q is. First of all, abscissa means x coordinate. So x coordinate of p is minus 2 and abscissa of q means x coordinate of q is minus 3. Now you have to find the difference of that. So it will be minus 2 minus of minus 3. Now solve it, minus 2 plus 3, and you will get the answer as 1. So option is B. Now fourth question. If P 5 comma 1 coordinate, Q coordinate is 8 comma 0, R is 0 comma 4, S is 0 comma 5 and O is 0 comma 0 are plotted on the graph paper, then the point on the x-axis are. Now see, here is the clue. The point is on x-axis. And if a point is on x-axis, then the y-coordinate will be 0. So just to find out the point whose y-coordinate is 0. So I can see here is y-coordinate 0 and here is 0. So the points are Q and O. Option number D. Now fifth question. The point whose abscissa and ordinate have different signs will lie in. So easily you can know same sign is in first and third quadrant, isn't it? Same sign is in first and third quadrant. Remember, both is plus here and here both is negative. It means the remaining two quadrant will have different sign, which is second and fourth quadrant. So option is option D. I hope it is clear to everybody. Now moving to question 6. Now which of the point P0, 3, Q1, 0, R0, -1, S -5, 0 and T1, 2 do not lie on the x-axis. Okay, now there are so many points. So what you do just reverse of it. First you find the point which lie on x-axis. So if the point will lie on x-axis, then what will happen? The y-coordinate will be 0. So from here you can see where is y-coordinate 0? Y-coordinate is 0 here and here, isn't it? It means these 2 points will lie on x-axis. Now the remaining which is left out, those are the points which do not lie on x-axis. So you just strike these through and you will be left with P, R and T. So the option is option C. So now these are the easy way to find out the correct option. Now moving to next question. The perpendicular distance of the point P 3, 4 from the y-axis is. Now, if you remember, always I say the perpendicular distance of the point from the y-axis will give the x-coordinate. It's ulta. The perpendicular distance from the y-axis will give you the x-coordinate. So here you see what is the x-coordinate. X-coordinate is 3. So from here you will get the answer as 3. Okay, A option. Next is the point whose ordinate is 4. Ordinate is 4 means y coordinate is 4 and which lies on y-axis. So if a point will lie on y-axis, we know that the x coordinate will be 0, isn't it? And it is given the y ordinate of the point is 4. Ordinate means y coordinate is 4. So the point is 0, 4, which is option B. Okay, option B. Now the point -5, 2 and 2, -5 lie in the which quadrant? So here you see x is negative, y is positive. So x negative, y positive. Where it will be? Here is x positive, here is x negative, here is y positive, here is y negative. So x negative, y positive is second quadrant. The second one is 2, -5. X positive, y negative. So x positive, y negative is fourth quadrant. So answer is option number C, second and fourth quadrant. Now next question. If P, Q, R, S and T, these points and the coordinates are given are plotted on the graph paper, then the point in the fourth quadrant are. So fourth quadrant, x-axis positive, y-axis negative. So where is x positive, y negative? So I can see x is positive here, y negative here. Here is x positive, y negative. Only these two options, Q and R. So the option is option B. So like that you can solve these type of MCQ questions. Okay, there are many more questions in the exemplar. I have selected few questions and I am doing it over here. Now moving to next question. Now this question is true false type of question where you have to give the justification also. The first one, point 3, 0 lies in the first quadrant. So first of all you see here the y coordinate is 0. Isn't it? It means this point will lie in the x-axis. It won't lie in first quadrant. So answer is false. Okay, and you have to write it will lie on x-axis. This is the justification. Okay, 3, 0. The point is here. This is your 3, 0. Next is point 1, -1 and -1, 1 lie in the same quadrant. Now see here in the first point, x coordinate is positive, y is negative. So it means x positive, y negative, it is in the fourth quadrant. Now here is x negative, y positive. X negative, y positive is second quadrant. So this point will lie in fourth, this point will lie in second. So they are not in the same quadrant. Answer is false. And justification you will write 1 comma minus 1. This point is in fourth quadrant and minus 1 comma 1 is in the second quadrant. Third one, the coordinate of a point whose ordinate is minus 1 by 2 and abscissa is 1 are minus 1 by 2 comma 1. Now first of all, ordinate will give the y coordinate, abscissa will give the x coordinate. And whenever we give a coordinate of a point, it is written in the form of an ordered pair as x comma y. First x coordinate, then y coordinate. X coordinate is 1, y coordinate is minus 1 by 2. So this is the coordinate of the point. So again this is your false. And justification you have to give, the coordinate of the point will be 1 comma minus 1 by 2. Next is a point lies on y-axis at a distance of 2 units from the x-axis. Its coordinate are 2, 0. First of all, if the point will lie on y-axis, the x-coordinate will be 0. Okay, the point is lying somewhere here. This is your y-axis, isn't it? So if a point will lie on y-axis, the x-coordinate will be 0. So this is wrong. Here it is x-coordinate is given as 2. So actually it is 0, 2. Okay, the coordinate will be 0, 2 and it is given, it is at a distance of 2 units from the x-axis. First of all, it is on y-axis and it is at a distance of 2 units from x-axis. So this is your point 0, 2. Next is minus 1, 7 is a point on the second quadrant. So x in the second quadrant, x is negative, y is positive. Yes, this is true. Okay, so it will lie in the second quadrant and you have to give reason. In second quadrant, x will be negative, x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is positive. So this is true. So that's all for today's class, and if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends also. And if you have any doubt in any of the question, please write to me in the comment box and I will explain those doubts in my next video. Thank you.